Xbox games. There's so many great Xbox games that I sadly never got a chance to play before because I never owned the Xbox. In my country, Xbox didn't sell well at all. It was very underrated, and the people were saying it was shit, and PlayStation 2 was, in my opinion, overrated. I'm not saying PS2 is bad console or anything, but it just took too much of a credit than it should. And people still today thinks that the PS2 has a better graphics than the original Xbox, which I completely think it's nonsense, because Xbox had much more processing power and better things inside than PS2. Luckily, when the 360 was announced, many good games were compatible with it for the original Xbox, and thanks to that, I can finally play some of the best games like Conquer, Live and Reloaded, Halo, and others. But sadly, there are some games that Microsoft, for some reason, refuse to put on the list because they say they're not too popular. I'm All Classic Gamer, and this is my top 10 list of Xbox games that need to be put on backwards compatibility list. Okay, with that said, let's start. Number 10, Rayman 3. The reason why is the game on number 10 is because actually the game plays on the console. Yes, it actually starts as a working Xbox game, but when you got on that level where Rayman is like surfing and in that colorful level, it kinda freezes and the massive glitch happens that can damage your Xbox 360. And believe me, I'm not making this up. One guy that is friend of my friend had that problem. I don't know how he fixed, but he almost got Red Ring of Death. So that's the reason why the game was not even included on the list. I mean, that's why the Microsoft hide that. But here is the thought: how the fuck can you then play it? It should be either unplayable, either work completely. Fix that problem, Microsoft. Please make it fully playable. Number 9. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Oh yes, that is my favorite Mortal Kombat game, because it's not like only you play rounds and fight other enemies while you have to do a combat battle like in God of War, for example. Plus, it's a great co-op game. But the reason why it's on the number 9 is because it is currently unknown can the game start or not. Some sources say it gives the error, you cannot play this game, an update may be available, while some says the game runs perfectly, but Microsoft forgot to put it on their website. I don't own the Xbox version of the game, and I'm not willing to try it out just maybe to be disappointed, like with some other game. So on some people just claims on forums that the game is not working, while there are many websites that even tells you the commands and help you and say it's playable. Until I don't figure it out what is true, this game will be, at least for me, unplayable. Number 8. Pac-Man World 2. Oh yes, much better than Pac-Man World 1, which was a great PS1 game. Now, just tell me if that game is compatible with all PS2s and PS3s. Why not make Pac-Man World 2 compatible for 360? Because the PS2 version is playable on PS3. So I think it's pretty stupid that you don't have a chance to play that game. But at least Pac-Man World 3 is still working, which is the best of the all World series. Number 7, Azuric. Oh, that's very underrated game. I mean, some says that it's third worst Xbox game ever made, but I never played the game because I never owned, but I saw the gameplay and it really doesn't look that bad. my friend Blue Shogun 96, who's behind making the Xbox emulator for PC, he says that his main goal is to make the game playable on computers, because the game is not playable on Xbox 360 and probably never will, because the game didn't sell very well and Microsoft don't want to waste the time making it compatible. Number 6, ToeJam and Earl 3, Mission to Earth. Quite possible the best of the ToeJam and Earl series, their first and only 3D debut exclusively on the Xbox. Yes, the GameCube and PS2 versions got cancelled because they didn't have enough power to run the game properly. So the game is pretty good. It's a Sega game. It was supposed to be on Dreamcast also, but got cancelled because of the processing power. Same reason, just with GameCube and PS2. The game is so awesome. The music, the levels, the graphics. It's it's cool. I mean, why not put it? People would be happy. It's not that much of a fail game like some say. Number 5, Mad Dash Racing. Oh yes, that game is fucking awesome. It's so good that I cannot explain how cool it is. The cartoony graphics, the racing, it's like a clone of the Rayman Arena, but much better. And you know why I like that game that much? Because it has Gex the Gecko playable. Yes, that's the only debut of Gex on Xbox console. That's his next gen look. He looks so badass, and the Mad Dash Racing. It's made by Crystal Dynamics, the creator of Gex series. The game is so awesome. I mean, the Gex is like very good character. He has the wisecracking jokes. His games on PS1 are also very great games, and it's a darn shame to make this game not playable on Xbox 360. People would buy game more if they put it on the backwards compatibility list. It would be better. I mean, why not make it compatible? I want to see Gex in HD, because when you play the Xbox games in 360, it gives you better look. Number 4, Kung Fu Chaos. At the launch of the Xbox, there are many cartoonish games that just didn't do very well, like Blinks 2. But this game is so awesome. You're like the star of a kung fu movie, and you finish all those levels, and it's made very fun. It's also a very good cooperative game, and I wish either for sequel, either for game to be on Xbox backwards compatibility list. It's that great. I mean, why not make it? Number 3, Crash Tag Team Racing. Okay, seriously, this is a Crash game for fuck's sake. All other Crash games are compatible. This game was even made in 2006. It should be on 360, goddammit, and not the original one, or both. Or maybe for getting the game in both. But that's not a point. Xbox version should be compatible. It's a Crash game made in 2006. In the fans, some consider it to be a last good Crash game, which is not true, but some says. And why not make it? It's Crash Bandicoot we're talking about. It's not some forgotten game. I mean, why? Why? I really want to play it on the 360, and when I got the game, it says you can't play it. Update may be available in the future, but right now it's not. So they have to make it. I mean, Crash Nitro Kart is good. Runs with no glitches. Wrath of Cortex is also pretty good, and 0% of glitches. Twinsanity runs very good until Rooftop Rampage. The game became unplayable then. Maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why they didn't make the game. Maybe there is some porting issues, so they cannot make it on the list. Because maybe it will be much more glitchier than Twinsanity. That's just my guess, I don't know. A PS2 version works on PS3 and a GameCube version works on Wii. So I have a Wii. I don't have PS3 that can play PS2 games, but anyway, I wish for the game to be compatible. Number 2, Voodoo Waynes. That's a pretty forgotten game made by a very small company that after that game they just start making the online PC games, like those Flash games. It's probably the best Xbox platformer exclusive. It's a pretty forgotten gem, and on the Wikipedia page they still say that the game has yet to receive a backwards compatibility patch. Come on! That was said in 2007, now it's 2011 and still no backwards compatibility patch? What the fuck? I mean, the game has a voice-cracking jokes like in Gax series, the tornado, you know that, from Crash Bandicoot series, you can use it, and plus, you have to use the Voodoo Doll powers. Now how cool is that? Okay, before we got to number 1, let's go back to the beginning. Number 10, Rayman 3. Actually playable, but a massive glitch has to be fixed. Number 9, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Unknown for me if it actually works or not. Number 8, Pac-Man World 2. Pretty good Pac-Man game. I don't see a reason why not make it on the Xbox backwards compatibility list. Number 7, Azuric. A pretty forgotten and underrated game. Number 6, ToeJam and Earl 3. Awesome alien adventure that has to be on 360. Number 5, Mad Dash Racing. I wanna Gex. Number 4, Kung Fu Chaos. One of the best beat 'em up cartoonish game on Xbox. Number 3, Crash Tag Team Racing. It's a Crash game, for fuck's sake. Do I need to say anything? Number 2, Voodoo Waynes. A pretty good game, probably the best Xbox platformer. And now, number 1 game that should be compatible on the Xbox 360 is Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I don't think that you are now surprised, because that game literally screams to be played on 360. And plus, I don't see a reason why not to make it, because Microsoft says that they will put the games that are popular. Thousands and thousands of Oddworld fans are sending emails to the poor Oddworld Inhabitants company asking to make the game compatible, but they can only say it's about Microsoft. We are not deciding. And I don't see plus. Even bigger disappointment is that the game cannot be on Xbox Live because the game is too big and Microsoft won't make an exception. Here is my question. Why not make a remake of the game on Xbox 360 maybe? Or put the original Xbox version compatible? I don't care what decision will be made, but I just want that game to be. Overall, Munch's Odyssey is compatible, and it had massive glitch, but at the end of 2010, a new update made all the glitches disappear, so now the game is fully playable. That was my top 10 list of the Xbox games that should be compatible. Old Classic Gamer out.